Welcome to Finsweet Cookie Consent for Webflow. I'm Joe Krug, founder of Finsweet. I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know about cookie consent in Webflow. Welcome to the Setup Explainer video. In this video, we learn the different options you have when implementing cookie consent on your Webflow site. We're going to talk about option 1, 2, and 3 in the Finsweet Cookie Consent plugin. This is not going over implementation. We're not going into deep detail, and we're not going in Webflow Designer. This is only an explainer. If you want implementation or designer walkthroughs, there are other videos for that. Let's get started. We're going to go over option 1 first. We have informational cookie message. As the name suggests, this is an informational message. It's not opting in, it's not opting out. We are only giving the user information that there are cookies on the site. And the user presses OK, and that's it. It's not opt-in, it's not opt-out. It's only informational. And they only have the option to say OK, or got it, or yes. This is not GDPR compliant. Let's go into cookie option 2, which is also not GDPR compliant. And as you see, option 2 here, we have a few more buttons. Option 1 had the awesome button, or OK, or sure, or got it button. Option 2, we have a few more options here. Now, option 2 kind of feels and looks like it's GDPR compliant, but behind the scenes, it's absolutely not. What is this doing? This is going to initially give the user cookies and then give them the option to opt out of cookies. So they are not saying, hey, I am accepting cookies, and then we give them cookies. We're going to give them cookies without their consent, and then they have the option to say, nope, in future visits, in the next page load, I do not want cookies. So they have the option to opt out of cookies. Now let's go through option 3. This is GDPR compliant, and it is actually part 1 of being GDPR compliant. The preference manager makes it GDPR compliant in conjunction with option 3. So let's go over option 3. What is opt into cookies? Opt into cookies is going to require the user to specifically accept cookies before we give them cookies. That means they come to the site. We are not going to load our scripts that offer cookies, that give cookies, until the user says accept or allow, or some button that the user is specifically allowing cookies to be given on the site. So we're going to hold the scripts, we're going to hold them from running until the user selects something that is GDPR compliant. So if you need GDPR compliance, absolutely, you're going option 3. If you don't need GDPR compliance, but you still want to follow it, you want to be doing all of the right things, all of the rules, this is the safe option to go and do. Now let's go and quickly touch on the preference manager. We are not going to review this in full. There are videos that are further in this series that cover everything about this, but we'll quickly touch it here. The preference manager is going to allow the user to change their option, change the consent option that they chose after their original selection. So it works with option 2 and it works with option 3. The user is saying, yep, I want cookies or I don't want cookies, I want them or I don't want them. And then later on in the process, later on in the site visit, when they visit the next day or later that day or in a month from now, they can go and change their original choice. So let's say I at first want to accept the cookies. And then tomorrow I say, actually, I want to go and deny those cookies. The preference manager is going to give me what I need to go and click through to go and update my options. So I can now go in a privacy preference center and then allow all or reject all, or to be super cookie compliant, actually turn on and off different options by their category. So we're going to cover all of this. Again, this is just the simple explainer to show you the difference between 1, 2, 3 and the preference manager. Keep watching if you want to learn more. We have a lot more in these videos. and see you soon. Thanks for watching. Check out more Finsweet videos to keep learning Webflow.